Question 1471. What is the worst experience in a restaurant you have ever had?
Does a takeaway count?
Yeah.
Okay, I had a caterpillar in my food before.
Was there any salad with it?
How did that happen?
It was I think it was a chicken chow mein. I have a picture of it somewhere. It's disgusting.
How was there a caterpillar in a chicken chow mein?
Well, when they served me my hamburger, there was blood on the bun. Apparently,
Seriously?
one of the cooks had cut himself and sent it out anyway.
To be honest,
What?
let's be honest. If we've ever had like like a burger at somewhere like McDonald's or Burger King or something, let's face it, we have ingested some teenager's spit or flipping spunk at some point.
Yes, but the point is we're only really going with things we know about. Ox said, easy. Waiter chasing me to the parking lot to ask why he didn't get a tip, and me having to loudly explain his poor service and rude attitude were the main reasons. Seems shitty. Tusk says,
Yep.
Working. Saw someone fall onto a hot plate and then take the skin off his hand right down to the bone.
You?
Wuhan. Maggots in a McDonald's burger when I was a kid. Dog says I must go to good restaurants.
Probably more fucking meat in it than normal then.
Don Uphead says, Gee, sounds like the caterpillar had a worse restaurant experience. Was the caterpillar still alive?
No, it was dead.
Oh, so was it cooked?
Probably.
I think it was fine. It's just an ingredient.
You know, in an organic food restaurant, you'd pay extra for that.
Lone says, I had a waitress shout at me, what now? When I hadn't called her over at all before that time. I've had so many bad experiences. Tusk, eating, being served a chicken curry that was still frozen in the middle. Please tell me you sent it back. There you go. More protein. Chat agrees. Jeff.
Probably an Indian restaurant, but I've got to actually say it wasn't anything to do with the food or that. It was just someone being a fucking complete arsehole. Someone else in that restaurant being a complete fucking arsehole just ruined it, for like everyone else in there. So would be more my answer to that.
Fair enough. Mike.
Well, it was when I was about 9 years old. We were staying in France, and we went to this restaurant, and there was this item on the menu. Before I go on, my dad's name is Colin, and the item on the menu was Colin, and my mum thought it would be romantic to order something the same name as her husband. So she ordered it, and but when it was actually delivered, it was this massive fish, and it stank. it was hideous. It fucking stank. She was mortified. It was horrible.
I can imagine. Dog says, never upset the staff, Jeff. That chef will be yogurting up in your garlic bread. I'm sure.
Exactly.
Don't know what he means.
This is why all these so to say drunk arseholes you see late on a Saturday night in an Indian restaurant giving the waiters racist abuse are fucking morons.
Yes. Tusk says, if you ask my staff what their worst experience was, it would probably be working for me. But that probably means that you run a good restaurant. You need to go visit that restaurant. Tobin says, my kids ate meat off a buffet line. That made them the worst kind of sick. Brainbug says, they seated us on the patio. No one else was out there. It was half an hour later that we realised they'd forgotten us. I've been forgotten in a restaurant.
Yep.
Never Again says, every family dinner could turn into the worst experience if my dad was in a bad mood. He'd blast the wait staff while sitting there with everyone in their place staring at us. Tusk, I'm not a shouty chef, but I will fire you on the spot if you fuck around in my kitchen. Are you allowed to fuck around in your kitchen?
I mean, imagine you got to be a chef. You got to be. I think if you're a head chef, you got to be a bit of a fucking bastard, haven't you? To your people.
If you get everything organised to work,
you got to be
seamlessly, quickly, and efficiently.
Yeah, you know that's why a lot of them are like fucking drill sergeants. You know.
Manda.
Probably this really bad date that I had. That I didn't even want to go to the restaurant because it was like the second place that we'd gone. We'd gone to a bar, and I was like, I'm ready to go home. He's like, no, let's just stop at this restaurant real quick. I'm really hungry. You know. First, he tried to get on, like, sit in the same fucking side of the booth as me, and I'm like, no, dude, like, not cool. And then he kept trying to fucking grope me under the table and shit, and yeah, it was not.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
Okay.
What a creep.
Yeah.
Oh, it got worse after that. Trust me. So, it was not a fun night.
Purple.
Purple.
Well, I already told you that I got a hamburger that somebody had been bleeding on.
Oh, my bad. You're right.
Oh.
Dave,
Who'd I miss?
you answered.
I've got no memory of anything bad. I don't think I can give you a Domino's that we keep getting food poisoning from.
Well, why do you keep fucking ordering Domino's?
Oh, well, because I forget. Like, the same reason I keep redoing other things that I forget.
Yeah, like Papa John's is a thing. You do know this, right? You know.
Right, you're aware I live in Wirral.
Mm-hmm.
You're aware, right? Uber doesn't come here. We got a Domino's about 4 years ago. Until that, we had no chain pizza within range of delivery.
There must be a pizza
No
delivery
local
somewhere near you. There has to be.
One
The
local
town I
one.
grew up in, they didn't. There was, I think, there was one restaurant. I think there was only like 2 restaurants in the whole town. And there was one restaurant that, like, I think it was 14 or 15 when they finally started delivering, and it cost like $6 to deliver. Yeah. But other than that, no.
We've got one local pizza place that used to do fantastic pizza, but changed hands, and they do everything the same, apart from now they don't bother cooking the dough. So we get indigestion every time we get food from them.
Yeah, that's sometimes happens. That's sometimes the restaurant places change hands as well.
Right, we don't have a Chinese. We don't have an Indian.
Yep.
There are fish and chip shops. None of them deliver. Basically, Domino's.
I don't get. I live like a small town just outside Southampton. For some reason, we've already got 3 fucking Chinese restaurants, Chinese takeaways, I should say, rather restaurants. Somehow they decided, reason they decided we needed a 4th. It's like, I mean, I'm like, there cannot be that many people in my area that eat fucking Chinese.
No.
Oh,
Ox says, I've worked in a couple of kitchens. When the chef enters, they become total arseholes, but they do get the food cooked. Dormhead says, does food prepared by bastards taste better? I would imagine so.
Probably.
Wee village I live in is probably maybe half a mile long, and it has it has 2 Indians. One's a sit-in restaurant, and another's a takeaway that does pizza. Then there's the Chinese. Then there's 2 standard chippies in like a half a mile.
But none of ours deliver. It's a fish and chip shop. Well, it's basically a Chinese, to be honest.
Fish and chip
it
shop
does.
is.
Most of our fish and chip shops are vaguely Chinese and does fish and chips.
As I explained to Robbie today, who told me he got frozen pizza because it was better than takeout.
That was a
Yeah.
choice of words. Now you're saying that in the context of it tasting better, and I said it was better because number one, it was cheaper.
A lot
Number
cheaper.
two, if I bought the takeaway one, it's twice the size, and I'd eat it and pass out.
Okay. I still say I've seen your food. Okay, especially Stool. Stool has like
Stool is eating what we would Stool. What Stool eats is from will almost certainly, based on what he eats, is from a Turkish fish and chip shop that does a bit of Chinese.
I've seen
Where's
his
the few
pizzas too, though. I've seen
Yeah, they do
Robbie's
pizzas.
They're
They do
horrifying. Stop fucking putting corn on pizza, you weirdos.
Corn goes great on pizzas.
That's almost certainly kebab shop.
Brainbug just already said that in the chat.
Kebab shop pizzas he's getting there.
Sweet corn on pizza is fucking gorgeous.
It is.
How about broccoli?
No, broccoli's insane.
I've had spinach on pizza. Spinach on pizza is quite nice.
Oh, broccoli is really good.
Depending what the other toppings are.
Well, one of those chicken Alfredo kind of pizzas.
No. Alfredo is just wrong.
I'm gonna kick the first person that says the P word.
Pineapple?
Opposite. Right before Jenny did.
Can I say it now and then I can have an early night?
No.
Just pineapple. It has to be pineapple and ham.
You didn't get my answer for the worst.
I have to confront something in the chat before it goes away. Dog, there are no sheep in Wirral. Thank you. Go on, Jenny.
Anymore.
Go on, Jenny. Jenny!
Oh, yeah, I'm working on it, okay? You know how there's some people who have a reflex action if they are like close to somebody who vomits, that they automatically vomit immediately?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's that it sometimes runs in families.
Is this your family?
I was at this restaurant, and the guy at the next table was eating the same thing that I had just ordered, and they just put it down in front of me, and I was about to take my first bite, and it was Swedish meatballs, which is just glorious looking. And he just vomits all over his meal and table and everything. And the table next to them had two people who reacted that way. And so one did. And then the second one saw him. And so the third one did. And it was like, oh my God. The restaurant basically emptied in about 10 minutes. It was just awful.
Dave, I think I figured out why you keep getting sick off the pizza.
Why?
Well, you keep going on about how much you fucking hate cheese. So I'm just figuring.
Yeah, I have no problem with the pizza we get from Tesco. It's just the Domino's.
The other thing that I really found to be repulsive in a restaurant as I was going through a smorgasbord line, and I picked up some cheddar cheese, and a bunch of spiders ran out from underneath it.
Oh.
It's not true. I just wanted to tell Dave that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, next question.
Wait. Dave.
Yes, I answered.
First of all, Robbie, did you answer?
Yes, Caterpillar.
He was first.
Sorry.
It was that long ago. It's understandable.
Amanda, would you like to answer again?
No. Would you like me to continue telling you about this horrible date? No.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.